Chat, they saying Ksoo admits to killing Fulio homie. What? Admits to killing Fulio homie? What?
Rocking with me, and for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Jacksonville drill rapper Ksoo being sent to my QR code. You'll get a 5.
Don't get scammed, guys.
Gunfire erupts inside a Northwest Side apartment complex. It leaves
This
this
is crazy.
16-year-old dead. Neighbors say that the shooting sounded like a war zone. Sky 4 captured the large crime scene outside the Hilltop Village apartment complex off 45th Street just before 3.
Now keep in mind, this is Hilltop. This is 6 block. This is the apartment complex.
That's 6 block, and I thought I was in the hood. That's 6 block. All right.
Julio Fulio was from, that he banged. This was essentially his gang. This brick fortress here. And this is also known to be one of the worst and deadliest hoods in Jacksonville.
I could tell. Look at
This
it.
afternoon.
Family.
Look, we all on top of each other. These is projects for real. In my project, Jack. See, y'all don't know nothing about that.
Members have identified
Only the
16-year-old
Milwaukee
boy who was
natives.
shot and killed inside the parking lot of Hilltop apartment complex as Andrian Gaynor Jr.
Yes, several hours ago, there was a large group of people that gathered here at this memorial site.
How did they get Bibby out of Adrian? Who the fuck named this nigga Bibby if his name is Adrian? But alright, like Mike Bibby, the basketball player? Is that? I don't know.
Pay respects to the young man who lost his life here. Eyewitnesses are telling us now that Gaynor was being chased to this exact spot where he lost his life.
On February
Being
25th,
chased.
2019, 16-year-old Adrian Gaynor Jr., aka Bibby, was
What
shot
the
dead in a
fuck?
brazen attack carried out with automatic weapons at the Hill.
2019, 16 years old. I did not know this shit happened in 2019. I was thinking about the Chicago shit. Like the shit happened in 2014 and they just been beefing. This shit happened in 2019. 7 years ago. This nigga was a sophomore. Wow.
Hilltop Village apartments in Jacksonville. This hit was allegedly carried out by Ksoo. And
7 years
Ain't
ago.
alleged no more.
How old is Ksoo? How old is Ksoo? 7 years ago, he out here killing 16-year-olds. Now I know they said, Bibby was out here doing shit. Ksoo. Ksoo Young and Ace was. I forgot the nigga real name. What's nigga real name? Ksoo. $22. This nigga was killed a 16-year-old when he was 22. Bro, you're beefing with niggas in high school at 22? Nah, July 26, 1996 is crazy, bro. This nigga is 30. And he was beefing with teenagers.
It's confirmed.
How old is Fulio? And Fulio was kicking it with teenagers.
Ksoo's the one that put that 16-year-old in the ground. And when you hear what damage he actually did, it's hard to feel any sympathy for Ksoo.
And today,
What?
he is still being held on charges of murder for this case. However, just like we said earlier that Barner wasn't charged for quite some time, Ksoo would remain free for over 2 years after the murder of Bibby. And I'll be honest, Ksoo pretty much spent that entire 2 years
Mocking it. He got plenty motherfucking songs. Not even plenty songs, because I only know like one of the songs they showed in the. Did they say the lyrics in one of the thing where he was mocking a nigga? Yeah, it's like all the songs he got, it seems like he just mocked the murders he did. This is some freaky shit. You niggas is wild.
Years on a self-snitching world tour. In fact, the eventual indictment against Ksoo for Bibby's murder included references to social media posts Ksoo had made where he
Exactly.
Bibby's death and take responsibility for it.
The report also says Robinson, quote, posted several photographs and videos bragging about the murder.
This nigga so
Close
dumb.
range in the back of the head or neck.
What?
Y'all gotta understand, Bibby got ran down on with rifles and got hit from up.
What? Bro, that took that nigga face. He probably couldn't even be noticeable no more after that. Rifles, 223s, 5.56s.
Close. And if you know anything about the first case that Ksoo got found guilty of and sentenced to life, he did the same thing. Ran up on him with a rifle, basically knocked Jit jaw off, and a witness said his teeth and brain were left on the sidewalk.
This is sick, bro. You niggas is
Also
tripping.
says Robinson, quote, posted several photographs and videos bragging about the murder. It took 2 years before police issued this arrest warrant for Robinson.
A few days after the killing, Bibby's mother marched, vowing to get justice for her son.
This evening, loved ones gathered to remember a local 16-year-old. He was shot and killed in the parking lot of a Northwest Jacksonville apartment complex.
For the first time tonight, we're hearing from Adrian Gaynor's family, who's seeking justice for his death.
We pray for the mother, oh God, Miss Elizabeth, oh Father Lord. God,
As friends and relatives gathered under this gazebo to remember 16-year-old Adrian Gaynor, his mom and his grandmother begged for the violence on Jacksonville streets to stop.
y'all get together and y'all pray.
That's OC, chat. 16. That is
Gaynor's
OC.
mother says she will not rest until the shooters are captured.
I'm gonna rock this city until they get justice for my baby. Until everybody involved are arrested, I am gonna shake Duval County.
A while after this, Ksoo ended up responding on social media, dissing Bibby and mocking his mum for calling for a march over his death.
This is crazy. This is crazy. He tripping.
Hey, they got his mom walking around. March.
Yeah, this
Now, you
nigga is
see
sick.
everybody, whoever this is, he's saying, come on now. He ain't agreeing with it. I can respect that. This one laughing, this one laughing, this one laughing.
This is sick.
Not only is he calling him poor because he got cremated at 16 years old, he's dissing the mother for wanting justice and marching around to keep her son's name alive and to essentially find Ksoo and find him guilty. And Ksoo is making these videos knowing that he did it as if all this wasn't going to come back to bite him in the ass.
And that's exactly why he got life. That's exactly why his dad said, yeah, that's that. He did that shit. He told me to pick him up. That's my son. That looked like my son in that video. He told me to pick him up. I ain't know what was going on. That's exactly why his dad did that.
We're gonna get him, March.
Ksoo also made numerous disrespectful posts about Bibby, including making like funny little animations that I would say are kind of early flashes of the kind of crazy disrespect that we would see later on in this beef when Who I Smoke dropped.
In the air with Bibby, I'm flying with Bibby, Bibby, I'm flying.
But Ksoo wasn't the only one talking about
What? If somebody said they need the free Ksoo, that said they need the free Ksoo. And he talked about I'm riding with Bibby.
Bibby, I'm flying.
But Ksoo wasn't the only one talking about
This motherfucker Ksoo a straight maniac. You ran down on a 16-year-old, knocked him off, and you over here making TikToks and whatever else, using filters. Baby, I'm playing with Bibby. A menace, bro.
about the death of Bibby. In fact, the entire ATK side were taking disrespect to brave new levels. Whopper with the Chopper even went as far as to post a photograph of Bibby's dead body to his Instagram story along with the caption, "Spit on this." A picture which is obviously too shocking to show you on YouTube. And I'm not actually sure if Ksoo posted this picture himself. I mean, hell, he might have even taken it. But it just goes to show you how far these guys will go. Now, Fulio was particularly close to Bibby. A year after Bibby's murder, he dropped the heartfelt tribute song Bibby Story, trying to give a more positive reflection on his fallen brother. The music video had tons of throwback footage of Bibby in it, but on the song, Fulio also reveals some dark details about his relationship with Bibby, saying at one point that Bibby had caught body by the time he was 16, which is the age that he was killed, going on to suggest that Fulio was aware that the murder that Bibby had committed at this young age had been playing on his mind before he was killed.
Now, this is a big thing that everybody talks about in the Jacksonville drill scene, was that Bibby wasn't just an innocent 16-year-old. There's a lot of controversy.
Okay, he wasn't just all right. You know, that makes sense. That makes sense. 16 niggas chasing you down. Most of the time, they're not gonna chase down the innocent.
Whether or not he did actually catch a body, I think it has something to do with a football game, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, you reap what you sow, right? To catch a body at 16 and get killed within that same year,
would be crazy.
It's like karma, right? To get killed at 16 obviously sounds crazy, but a lot of these kids are involved in that lifestyle in one way or another. Whether they're actually sliding or they're just acting like they're on the team. When you're playing ball to that extent, somebody like Ksoo isn't gonna care. You know what I mean? When they're sliding and they're looking for you, all you gotta do is this, and you're put in the same category as the ones that are firing shots.
Facts. Now, where did Ksoo admit? Okay, so that's a thing. What's this?
A few weeks after the Bibby hit, another attempt is made on Young and Ace's life, once again with deadly consequences.
Now, clearly, they hated Fulio so much, they were willing to knock off whoever he was associated with and diss them repeatedly until
that's some hatred.
Either they got killed themselves or
don't be like this chap
in prison.
You know, I said this before, but worst thing to me is a grown-ass man who can't control his emotions. This is crazy. Now you sitting behind bars, which maybe that's probably all they seen at the end of the tunnel anyway, was dead or in jail. So, but you don't be like that, because this is crazy. No, this is wild.
And Bibby's father would even go on Say Cheese speaking about what took place.
It's February 2019. Lil Bibby gets gunned down in Hilltop Apartments.
He don't even know what his son was doing. Is that what they saying?
Do you get the call that day?
Yes, sir. I got the call. It was probably about, I don't even know what time it was. I know I was at the hair store, driving around, hanging out, and then my mama called me. And she called me, she said, they killed Adrian. I stopped whatever I was doing instantly, and I was like, I said, bitch, give me the keys. Like, I gotta go. They killed my son. I gotta go see about my son. And like, I went to driving ecstatically. I was moving fast. Like, man, like, nigga, let me drive. You know what I mean? And when I pulled up there, it's a big ass entourage of people. And this is what I remember, because I kind of blacked out about it, and all I could.
That ain't nothing you want to see.
A couple of people introduced themselves. People just.
And then if y'all ever see this shit, you know they just leave the body on the street, because they gotta take pictures and evidence and all this shit. So you just pull it up, seeing the lifeless body on the ground. And that's your son, that's your brother, that's your whoever is related to you. Crazy.
Just random folks. I don't know who was talking to me. I know the policeman wouldn't let nobody go past the scene to see his body laid across the ground. And then the dude that stayed upstairs in Hilltop Apartments He's like, man, I hear you saying you his son, you his daddy. You want to come in, if you want to see your son, you can come in my apartment and look at him. I don't know if you can take it or not. I said, man, I'm good.
That's probably how the picture got taken.
Yeah.
From somebody in the apartments looking down on his body, because he must have been laid out there for a little minute.
And I walked through there, walked up, and I see my baby just stretched out. Excuse me. And I looked and I nodded my head and I just walked back out. Then next thing you know, you start hearing all this other crap, attorneys, the apartments, people singing, rapping, all that other crap, man. You know, it's a whole bunch of bull crap, so, you know.
Yeah. Man, when you seen your son, and you know, the witnesses that they say they saw crazy graphic.
We're gonna get into the extent
right,
of what was done, but to have to see your kid like that, I can't even
imagine the picture. Think about it. Yeah.
You know, ARs and different crazy stuff, man. When you seen your son, what was going through your head?
I really wanted to hurt somebody, you know what I'm saying? But I can't hurt everybody, you know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's like you mad at the world, but the world ain't did everything to you. You can't be mad at the world because everybody is not that fault, you know what I mean? So it was more on the line of, okay, you gotta figure this out. And then like me, like I said, I'm not a street person. I ain't, like I said, I'm not a bad person. I ain't a street person. But like at that point, it was like, shit, you know, fuck it, I'm here.
That'll make anybody want to switch like that. You looking at your kid all hit up, and he sounds like he carries himself well. He doesn't sound like he's trying to portray anything. But if you see your child laying there dead and somebody just killed him, yeah, I can't imagine feeling anything else.
And you know, I don't know. Then reality strike back. We got to come back to reality. You still got life. You still got to move on with daily life and work, kids. I'm a granddaddy now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole bunch of different things I got to look forward to. So, like,
it's tough
because one mentality can't let it keep being a trickle attack. You know what I mean?
That's let me finish. Let me let him finish what he's saying.
I still be here for my kids and everybody else.
What he is saying right now is one of the most important messages that can be delivered across YouTube. His son was murdered, and in the immediate moment, he felt rage. He wanted to take his anger out on everybody, but maturity stepped in and he understood he can't punish everybody. He doesn't even have the ability to, even if he can get to one. And if he gets to that one, he jeopardizes everything else that he has. The rest of his life, his other kids, his grandkids. That's a mature man right there. Understanding that, you know what, this is gonna hurt forever, but I still have the opportunity to live the rest of my life happily and be the best person I can, rather than crash out and lose everything, including myself. Now, during the investigation, officers learned of a witness who was present for the murder. The witness stated he was contacted by Ksoo, who said he was coming to pick up the witness to check out some drug houses. Ksoo picked the witness up with Leroy Whitaker, aka ATK Scotty.
What the fuck?
When the witness got in the car, Scotty and Ksoo had on
so
gloves.
this nigga got told on for both murders.
Ksoo told him the car was stolen. The witness put gloves on as well. They went and picked up.
Witness got in the car. Whitaker and Robinson had on gloves. Robinson told him the car was stolen. Could have just said, you ain't know you was in a stolen car, bro. God damn. Witness. I ain't gonna lie. The witness, he was contacted by Ksoo to because he was finna pick him up to come check out some drug houses. Witness got picked up, seen they had on gloves. Ksoo told him it was a stolen car, so the witness put on gloves.
Another person named Rollo, they drove to the 45th Street area where they saw Blank and Bibby, and Adrian Gaynor, known to the witness as Bibby, on a side street near Hilltop Apartments. They drove into Hilltop and drove from one side to the other. They parked for approximately 20 minutes. While driving around, Scotty said Bibby and Blank under a gazebo. Scotty and Ksoo exited the vehicle carrying firearms. Scotty had a long AR-style rifle. Ksoo had an AR pistol. Rollo then drove around to the parking lot closest to the gazebo. The witness saw Scotty chasing and shooting at Blank. He also saw Ksoo chasing and shooting at Bibby. Bibby fell to the ground and covered his head with his hands.
What the fuck?
Like this. This is the last thing that they seen of him.
This
The
is
witness
terrible.
said that Bibby fell to the ground approximately 5 to 10 yards from their car. Ksoo ran up to Bibby and shot him at close range in the back of the head or neck as Bibby continued trying to shield himself. The witness said that Bibby was wearing tan pants and a dark colored hoodie or jacket.
And the witness
Scotty and
is
Ksoo then
very
got into the car
descriptive.
and they fled the apartment complex.
This is sick.
So like I said, a brutal murder. ATK Scotty runs after one, Ksoo runs after the other. Ksoo gets him. Bibby falls to the ground. He tries to shield himself as rifle rounds
It's
pushed through
literally
everything they made contact with. And his life was ended as Ksoo was standing over him, firing into his head. Now this paperwork would just drop. This is the judgment and sentence. And this would state that Ksoo entered a plea of guilty to the following crime: murder in the second degree.
Murder in the second degree.
Now what this means is Ksoo was already sentenced to life, as everyone knows. His father testified, a couple people testified. Ksoo and Scotty got sentenced to life for a different murder when they killed dude outside of the little job application he was applying for. It happened pretty much the same way, right?
Yep.
And what's wild is that murder was done by them going on this website, the Duval County Clerk website, where you can look up anybody's case in Jacksonville. They found his address on this site, stalked his crib, followed him to a job application, and nailed him. So they got sentenced to life for that already. Ksoo also had this murder pending, and they came to him with a deal. You take this deal, everything's over. We don't need to waste money on trial, because they know he's not getting out of that life sentence. So they gave him an opportunity to end things quickly, and he took it. Now with this plea deal, Ksoo would accept 10 years in prison followed by 5 years of probation. So it's a split sentence, 10 in, 5 out, totaling up to 15 years for a
That you would never see.
murder, which is an amazing deal. I'm not.
Yeah, it's an amazing deal, but he'd never see it because he got life. So it's like, they only gave you an amazing deal just because they're trying to, they won they shit. This is a life in jail man right here. They got what they needed.
Split sentence, 10 in, 5 out, totaling up to 15 years for a second degree murder.
Department of Corrections.
Murder, which is an amazing deal. I'm not gonna lie.
Consecutive specific sentences 2020. Okay. It's consecutive to concurrent with the following. Oh, not consecutive. They crossed out consecutive. My fault. I mean concurrent with the following.
Not only that, he would get credit for 1,811 days that.
I didn't even peep. Correct shall apply original jail time. It's further ordered that the defendant shall be allowed a total of 1,811 days as credit for time for damn. Cause it's 3, 6. So is that already like 4 years? 4 years, 5 years?
He's
Some shit
already
like
spent incarcerated in the county jail. So let's look up how much time that actually is.
Yeah, that's like 5 years, 6 years. 5 years.
So he would actually get
5 years.
Just under 5 years in credit. Meaning he has just over 5 years to serve on this murder. And it'll be done. And then it's just followed by 5 years of probation. And that's literally it. He's got 5 more years to go. And the Bibby case is done. Solidified. Most likely not the justice that mother wanted. But the thing is this. He already has life.
Yeah, so it don't matter.
Even if he gets an appeal, bro, nobody's getting an appeal on a murder within 5, 10, 15 years. Homie, you talking about 25 plus before that appeal kicks in. Ksoo is gonna be 40, 50 something years old.
That shit is
His
sick.
pops that testified is gonna be dust. Like, you gotta understand, he ain't coming back off of this anytime soon. And Ksoo's father came out and said on Say Cheese that Young and Ace didn't even pay for his lawyers. So if you think somebody has the funds to pay for his appeal, you're crazy. That appeal ain't coming no time soon. He's got life plus 10, followed by 5 if he even makes it home, which I personally don't think he will. But hey, let me know y'all.
I don't think he will. That's not funny, but yeah, no way.